Hey, what's up guys? It's Instructional Skateboarding and welcome to my Spruce Woods camping trip, first camping trip of 2016. I'm just gonna, run you guys through where I'm staying at and sort of our house. We're kind of in a wooden circular dome house called a yurt. I'm gonna show that to you guys and what it looks like inside. So let's kick this trip off. Let's go. So here's the front door. The family's outside. So yeah, got food, a shelf, a little mirror, 2 lights. The first one is there, the other one is right there. I don't know what that is. I guess that's a smoke detector. Is gas, futon, YouTube, and got a little wooden table with 4 chairs. Kind of sucks there isn't 5 because we're a family of 5, but whatever. Little lamp. Have some of our basic supplies here: CDs, CD player, flashlight. Got a window there, a window there on each side. The 2 bunk beds, as I said. There's another kind of flap that opens there, I think. And that's basically it. It's rather simple, really. Coat rack and a sky dome up there. So it's a plastic bubble. I'll show you guys from the outside later. It's basically just a plastic bubble, and you can see through the top and watch the stars at night and stuff. It's really cool that you could lay on the futon and fold yourself out and be watching the stars, as well as lay on the bunk bed and be watching the stars before you go to bed. It's really cool and quite a nice feature, I guess. I don't know. I've stayed in these before. I've been in them before a couple times, so I'm familiar with them, and yeah, they're pretty cool little areas, all made out of wood. But yeah, that's a basic introduction to the inside of our house for the next couple days. Hey, what's up guys? It's Instructional Skateboarding. This is day 2 of our Spruce Woods trip. We have a couple things planned today. We want to go hiking on a sand trail and see some sand dunes. This place is really well known for that, and that's called the Spruce. We also want to do some more fishing. We did it briefly yesterday, but it was cold and windy, and we didn't really know any good spots yet, and still really don't, but we're going to try to get some more of that in. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys the yurt and what it looks like from the outside, because I haven't done that yet. I'll show you guys the carts that we used to cart our stuff up here. A grass trench. Me and my brother were looking for snakes in yesterday. Hopefully we can still find some. And what our campsite looks like, including the view of the river that we have. So, I'll do a couple of those things now, kind of take you guys vlog style, and yeah, introduce you guys to where we're staying at, I guess. So, let's do that, and then I'll show you guys the trail back to the campsite here. So let's do that now. Okay guys, so I guess I'm going to introduce you to where we're camping and where our yurt is and stuff. I hear a woodpecker right now. I have no idea where he is, but I hear him. Anyway, I found this really flat rock yesterday. I thought it was interesting. I don't really know why it's so flat or shaped like a perfect oval, but it's definitely an interesting rock, to say the least. So these trenches in here, these kind of hills that go down in here and kind of just around the corner, is like a really good place for snakes and somewhere you could find animal dens. We actually did find a couple little animal dens and holes, and over there, kind of right in there, deep down, there's a metal pipe that goes through the ground, and you can see all the way through it too, which was pretty cool. And there's probably definitely some animals living in there at times. But yeah, me and my brother were searching for snakes in those trenches. So when we first get to the campground, I guess, or where we're staying, you arrive at this little parking lot. You can't drive your cars up to your yurts because these are in the way, obviously. So what you do is you unload all your stuff onto these carts, and you cart your stuff up the trail to your yurt and then bring back the carts. It's not hard though, they're not heavy, and it only takes you 2 or 3 minutes, you know, to go there and back. So it's not a big deal at all, and these things are pretty strong and you can put quite a lot of weight on them. So There's a little sign bottom there, but no big deal. Focus. So I guess I'll show you guys this trail briefly, even though it's nothing special, which is why I'll snap through it. So I'm gonna snap here, and then we'll be in the middle of it. Okay guys, so this is the trail leading up to the yurts. You can see one of them there, another one right here. But yeah, this is a fresh place to get water, just a little water tap, and apparently this water is good to drink right off the bat. A lot of campgrounds and campsites, you have to boil the water first. Apparently that isn't the case here, and you could just use it to brush your teeth and stuff right away, which is cool. So we'll just follow this route here for a bit. So there's a big electrical box there to reset the breaker if anything goes wrong, that you could find inside. But yeah, here's number 3. So just take this little trail, and here is our yurt from the outside. So have a couple little flaps that open up for air and light and stuff if you want. There's the plastic dome piece that you can see out of at the top called the skylight. Focus, there we go. And yeah, little lattice wooden fence at the bottom, and then we arrive at our campsite. Pretty standard stuff, obviously. Table, chairs, fire pit, wood. All the wood's free. The wood is by the main campground office, so we grabbed a bunch of that yesterday and just carted it up to our site, which took 10 minutes or whatever, but we had a boatload of wood. Brother is currently chopping wood. He's pretty good at that. He's in cadets. He kind of knows what he's doing. Whoop. And yeah, so we overlook the river here, which is pretty cool. It'll be somewhat hard to see, but we're overlooking the river, and this is just the other part of our yurt here. Kind of a wooden little roof so that you can put stuff under to keep it dry. And then our little wooden deck with our stove that we're about to probably cook some breakfast on. Possibly. Little storage area. So we're back. We're basically at what you would call the Spirit Sands. This is part of the Spruce Woods Provincial Park in Manitoba. There's valleys as far as you can possibly see, water, lakes, rivers, pretty much everywhere surrounded by us. There's up to 8 hours worth of hiking trails you can take to go see sands and spirit dunes where you can find cactuses, lizards, basically anything you can name. And we're going to take a hike to go see some sand dunes. It's pretty windy, I apologize, but we're going for a hike. So we're basically just walking along a sand trail. It's kind of just a mixture of open area with bushes and trees and a sand trail. I guess we're gonna follow the sand trail and eventually come to sand dunes and just some big sand hills and kind of like a desert area where there's the cactuses and where we can hopefully find snakes and lizards. So I'll snap and we'll be further along the trail. So we had 2 options between an easy, gentle incline trail and a hard, challenging scenic trail, and we're gonna go all the way to the top of that kind of sand mountain hill thing. It's gonna be quite challenging. This is gonna be, yeah, this is like a mountain. This is gonna be interesting. So I'm currently climbing this hill. As you can see, I can already see things as far as my eye can go. I'm pretty high up, and we've got a lot more to go. My mom's already all the way down there, and yeah, this goes pretty high up. It's somewhat challenging because it's sand, so it's hard to climb all the way up, but we're going. So I don't know if you guys will be able to see.
I'm gonna go back down. Are we going back down?
Well, we gotta, hold on. But way in the distance, over there, that's a desert, pretty much. So I mean, it's a far ways away into the distance, but yeah, as you can see, they're way out there. So as you guys are watching this panoramic view of the dunes from a distance, I'm going to throw in a picture of a dangerous sign that we've seen at the bottom of one of the trails. So now we're going to climb this big sand hill. My brother is in cadets, he's pretty fit. He's straight running up the stairs. And I think I'll probably run up them too. Where? So it literally does feel like we're in a desert. Just everywhere you look is high hills, sand, cactuses, big tall spiky trees, and high winds with no water at all. Anywhere there's no water, so if you didn't bring your own, you're screwed. So we're still hiking the dunes. I took a family picture with a 10-second timer kind of across one of the hills. I'm going to throw that in now with some black lines over my family's face just because for privacy, and I'll show you some cougar tracks or something that we just found too in the sand, so I'll throw those pictures up now and we're just kind of heading back, but yeah, I'll black out anything I need to and share that with you guys. So let's do that. So I'm not quite sure what these plants are. I found some plants here that I'm recording, and there's a sign here, the making of a dune, and kind of how the sand hills get formed, I guess. I don't want to read it all, but you guys can pause and read it all if you want. It's a race to the shelter. Cadet brother is still going. We just chilled out for a while. We were going to make a fire. We had something to eat. I chowed down on 2 cheddar smokies super fast because I was absolutely drained. Back at the Spirit Sands, you guys will have seen the footage already, but running up that hill was a lot harder than you would think. It really drained me, and it was hard to do because I couldn't get much traction on the sand. So I tried to sprint up it and didn't stop. You know, I made it to the top, obviously. I know it looked slow and I know it looked like I did a shitty job of getting up it. Trust me, it's a lot harder than you'd think, and like I said, it was hard to get traction, so I know I looked like a noob, but it was pretty physically challenging. And then my dad wanted me to sprint down it, so I did that as well. I sprinted all the way back to my mom and did a somersault and all that, so I was really physically drained after that, and we still had about 2 kilometers to hike back to the car. Then once we got back here, like I said, we chilled out, made a fire and ate, and then we went fishing. You guys will have seen some of the footage from that. I caught 2 fish. My brother landed 1, and 2 got away on him. My dad, 2 fish got away on him. My mom caught a fish, which my mom never fishes at all, so that was really unusual for her and unexpected. Everyone was kind of freaked out by it because it's just not something that we thought would happen since my mom never fishes. And my sister didn't catch anything, but she wasn't at it that long. So now I'm pretty ready to sit and relax by the fire, chill out now, have a couple of beers, and just sort of wind down for the night, chow on some chips or something. So if anything interesting happens or I want to touch base with you guys again, I'll let you know. But until then, see you guys later. So I forgot to mention this, but close to the end of night 2, after we got back from fishing, we decided to check out the Villa gift store. And we went to look for some burgers or some good food because we were hungry. That shop didn't have much and the restaurant was closed, but there was a pretty cool teepee that we seen and decided to explore a little bit, that we went inside, as well as there was a wildlife center kind of museum type place that you can go in that was closed for the time being, but I'll show you guys a couple pictures of the inside and share that with you guys, so enjoy.
No 4-leaf clovers.
So it's day 3, it's our last day here. We're leaving today. We have to be out of here in a couple hours. We're pretty much packed up, ready to go home. Everyone is pretty tired and grubby and quite done. My hair looks horrible, as you can see. It's definitely not the best, and I would love to shower, but that's pretty much it for our Spruce Woods trip. It was our first time being out here. I don't know if we'll come again. There are certain aspects of it we liked, certain aspects we didn't like, but overall I think we had fun, and it was nice to stay in a yurt for once because it's not really our usual thing. We might stop and do some fishing again on the way back, or we might not, I'm not sure. Whatever happens, we'll keep you guys updated, and until then, I'll see you guys later, and check in with you guys probably back on the highway if we don't go fishing, or maybe I'll do a snap.
'Cause everything you have is all gone now. Can't stay in this place. It won't be the same. Keep moving like a bullet train. Like a bullet train. Like a bullet train.